to 8:30 and Saturdays 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
Take the fact.
Need to get to work? Run errands? See a doctor? Fact connects Fayette County. Ride our convenient routes through Uniontown, Connellsville, Brownsville, even to Pittsburgh. Seniors 65 and older ride free on fixed routes. People with disabilities get big savings, and Medicaid recipients can ride to medical appointments at no cost through our shared ride and paratransit services. Find out if you qualify today. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. Fact, your ride, your independence.
Your local station, WMBS.
Good morning, and welcome to another Saturday edition of the Sportsline, being brought to you this morning by my good friend Tom Vernon and Casey Sports Cafe, located right here on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown, Firestone Insurance Agency in Normalville, and by Bogies at Duck Hollow, now under new management, serving lunches and dinners Monday through Saturday from 12 to 9, Sunday from 12 to 5. Phone 724-439-2150, located at 374 Duck Hollow Road in Uniontown. George Von Benko with you on a pleasant Saturday morning, but it's going to get a little bit colder as the weekend wears on. I hope you'll join me in some conversation on the show. Two-way sports talk, the lifeblood of any sports talk show. Love to hear from you on a variety of subjects. All you have to do is phone the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line to join the conversation, and that number is 724-438-4593. That's 724-438-4593. And I'd love to hear from you on a variety of subjects. The show, we will have our Steeler interviews today. No TJ Watt. He was tied up with the national media yesterday, and we couldn't fit it in, so Peyton Wilson filled in admirably for TJ, and, of course, Troy Faltano. And we'll stick in the Steelers vein because of the wild card playoff game Monday night with the Houston Texans. And Jim Wexell from SteelCityInsiders.com, one of my favorite guests, will join me at 11:30, and, of course, your phone calls along the way. So let's get to the scoreboard very quickly. They renewed the rivalry last night, Uniontown and Laurel Highlands, and Uniontown came away with a 10-point win over the Mustangs, 71-61. Other Section 1 5A scores: Franklin Regional beat Albert Gallatin 61-51, and it was McKeesport over Greater Latrobe 74-69. Some other scores: Pittsburgh Central Catholic downs Connellsville 60-23. Geibel Catholic over Environmental Charter 84-58. Charleroi Cougars beat Brownsville 70-59. Springdale over the Fraser Commodores 77-50. Bell Vernon Leopards take Greensburg Salem 73-33. Elizabeth Forward over the Yawk Cougars 81-36. Ligonier Valley downs Waynesburg 51-49. And Bentworth over California 56-26. Girls high school basketball, Peters Township downs Uniontown 62-35. Turning our attention to the National Hockey League. The Washington Capitals beat the Chicago Blackhawks 5-1. Winnipeg also a 5-1 winner over Los Angeles, and Utah gets by St. Louis 4-2. In the NBA, it was the Boston Celtics downing Toronto 125-117. New Orleans 128, Washington 107. Philadelphia 76ers beat Orlando 103-91. LA Clippers take the Brooklyn Nets 121-105. Oklahoma City 117, Memphis 116. Atlanta beats Denver 110-87. Phoenix 112, New York Knicks 107. Golden State beats Sacramento 137-103. Portland Trailblazers down Houston 111-105. And it was the Milwaukee Bucks 105, the LA Lakers 101. Top 25 college football in the other college football playoff semifinal at the Peach Bowl. Number 1 ranked Indiana absolutely dismantled the number 5 Oregon Ducks last night, 56-22. So January 19th at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, it will be the Miami Hurricanes and the Indiana Hoosiers for the college football national championship. So that is a look at our scoreboard. Turning our attention to sports obituaries, and man, rough week for me because all 3 of these I knew. I knew them, rubbed elbows with them, and boy, it's another sign I'm getting older. It really is. Starting off in hockey Hall of Famer, 4-time Stanley Cup champion, Bob Pulford has died. He was 89 years old. Was a key member of the Maple Leafs Stanley Cup winning teams in 1962, 1963, 1964, and 1967. Only 10 players in Maple Leafs history scored more goals than Pulford. His impact extended far beyond the score sheet. Renowned for his intelligence, tenacity, and forechecking, Bob played a vital role for those Stanley Cup championship teams, including scoring the Game 3 double overtime game winner in the 1967 final. An honored member of the Hockey Hall of Fame, named one of the 100 greatest Maple Leafs during the club's centennial season, Bob Pulford's legacy forever woven into that franchise's history. Pulford played 14 seasons for the Maple Leafs, recorded 251 goals, 312 assists in 947 games in Toronto. He was traded to the LA Kings in 1970 and spent 2 seasons with them. And after his time with the Kings, he spent time with the Chicago Blackhawks as both head coach and general manager. Bob Pulford passing away at the age of 89, and he was one of my favorite players back in the day. Also from the world of hockey, wow, legendary goaltender Glenn Hall has died. He was 94 years old. Hall played for the Detroit Red Wings, Chicago Blackhawks, and St. Louis Blues. He died Wednesday in Stony Plain, Alberta. The Hockey Hall of Famer started 502 straight games during his career. That mark is still an NHL record. He earned the nickname Mr. Goalie thanks to his impressive play and dependability. Hall played during a time when players did not wear masks, yet was still able to start, as I mentioned, 502 consecutive games. He helped the Blackhawks to the Stanley Cup title in 1961, later won the Conn Smythe Trophy, which is given to the MVP of the NHL playoffs in 1968 while playing for the St. Louis Blues. Hall won the honor despite the Blues not winning the Stanley Cup that year. Hall finished his career with a record of .407, .326, .164, recorded 84 shutouts during his playing days, 4th most in NHL history. He was quite a player. And what a tandem he made in the early days of the St. Louis Blues when he teamed up with another great goaltender, Jacques Plante. What a goaltending tandem. From the world of football, a player I knew during his playing days at Pitt. Indianapolis Colts are mourning the loss of former standout player Randy McMillan, who died at age 67. The late running back was selected by the Baltimore Colts in the first round of the 1981 NFL draft, McMillan quickly captured the hearts of Colts fans with a historic performance in his NFL debut. In his first game against the New England Patriots, McMillan ran for 146 yards, scoring 2 touchdowns to help lift Baltimore to a 29-28 victory in September of 1981. The performance earned McMillan his first NFL Offensive Player of the Week honor. Pro Football Hall of Famer Marshall Faulk is the only other player in franchise history to rush for more touchdowns in his NFL debut. Faulk finished his first game with the Colts scoring 3 touchdowns. McMillan did not surpass the 100-yard rushing mark in any of his remaining games his rookie season. He ended the season with 597 yards, racking up another 466 receiving yards. He was with the Colts when the franchise moved from Baltimore to Indianapolis in 1984. McMillan played for the Colts from 81 to 86. He retired at age 28 after he was hit by a car, which resulted in a leg injury. McMillan rushed for 3,876 yards in his NFL career. McMillan's college football career started at Hartford, Maryland College. He later transferred to Pitt, where he spent 2 years playing alongside quarterback Dan Marino. McMillan was the nation's leading scorer and top rusher in 1978. He's a member of the Hartford Sports Hall of Fame. Randy McMillan, passing away at the age of 67. All right, that's a look at sports obituaries. We're going to open up the phone lines next. Open line sports talk. Your chance to get up on the soapbox and be heard. If you'd like to join us this morning, we've got one line open. Pick up your phone and dial the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line at 724-438-4593. That number again, 724-438-4593. And we'll be back in a jiffy and go to the phone lines here on the Sportsline.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org. Or
Serving number 3,940.
Another chance to win big with WMBS and the PA Lottery is going on now through January 31st. Just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 when you hear and win $30, $1, $500 a week for life PA Lottery scratch-off tickets. With the Pennsylvania Lottery's new $500 a week for life scratch-off, the $500 just doesn't happen this week. It happens week after week after week. Benefits older Pennsylvanians. Must be 18 years or older. Please play responsibly.
ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. 724-208-5281. What makes buying your next vehicle for me worthwhile? I make it a very easy 5-step process. You look, You shop. You ask. You decide. And I listen. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. I'll make you a good deal.
If you're an athlete, you know the importance of a strong recovery. NovaCare provides several athletic training programs geared toward athletic-related injuries and collaborates with Albert Gallatin, Uniontown, Fraser, California, Jefferson Morgan, Waynesburg, West Green, and Mapletown school districts to help student athletes stay at their best. From coordinating additional specialist care to treating on-site injuries, their experts cater to your personal needs. Specialized services include concussion diagnosis and rehabilitation and treatment for sports-specific injuries. For more information on athletic training at NovaCare, visit novacare.com or contact your local office today.
Hi, this is Rob King. You're listening to the Sportsline with George Von Benko on WMBS.
And welcome back to the Sportsline on this Saturday morning. Open line sports talk to start things off. Anything and everything pertaining to the world of sports is on the docket. We've got one line open. If you'd like to jump into the conversation, pick up your phone, dial the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. Once again, that number, 724-438-4593. I welcome your questions and your comments. Let's go to the phone lines. Take our first phone call of the morning. Good morning. You're on the Sports Line.
Good morning, George.
Good morning, Charles.
Yes.
Your Pirates are going to be on national television to open the season.
The game against the Mets?
Yep, on NBC.
What time does that start?
I don't know what time the game is.
Okay, they don't know. But I got a few maintenance items here now. Yeah. First of all, hope you had a good Christmas this past Wednesday.
Everything was fine. It's tough with no family left.
Yeah, George, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
I'm a solitaire myself.
All those traditions that I love so much, they're all sort of gone.
Yeah. Well, my family's still here, but they're all old and they can't travel,
right.
And it's hard to move me on.
Although I am blessed, I am very lucky that I've got some very, very good friends. I've been blessed in that regard,
Second of all, George, well, you earn them too. Second of all, I didn't hear it. Did Gobble Boys win last night?
Hold on a second. I put the sheet over here. They beat Environmental Charter 84-58.
Yeah. Who did they beat?
Environmental Charter, whoever that is.
Yeah, that's public, not some school from down around Pittsburgh, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, who won a Uniontown Laurel Highlands game?
Uniontown won by 10, 71-61.
Where'd they play it?
At LH.
Okay, so okay, the last thing. What network has the Rams and the Panthers today?
The
Rams. Is that Channel 4?
The Rams and Carolina is on Fox.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then, to really ruffle my feathers, and I'm going to get up on my soapbox about this because I can't stand it. The best game, maybe, of the weekend is Green Bay at Chicago.
Yeah,
that's going to be a great game. George, guess what? It is on Prime Video. Are you kidding me?
George, you're not alone. You're preaching to the choir, George. I'm the same way. So I'll probably have to pull in one of those, national radio, Westwood.
Well, I believe, I'm correct. We will be carrying the game. WNBS. Yeah.
But then, by that time the Pens game will be over.
Oh, yeah. Well, our lineup today is we've got Syracuse at Pitt basketball, 1:30 pregame, 2 o'clock tip. Then the Flames at Penguins joined in progress. Rams at Panthers joined in progress. And then the Packers and the Bears starting at 8.
Okay, George. I still want to see some more out of the Pirates before they go to spring.
Well, they need a third baseman. That's got to be done.
George. I guess Suarez is out of their price range. That's what I hear.
It might be a little bit pricey for them.
Yeah.
And after that, I'm not quite sure which direction they're going to go in.
But I think they could. I think they can get an upgrade over the.
Well, I wouldn't mind. I guess he's sort of on the outs in Philadelphia with some of the moves they're making and some of the moves they're going to make. But Alec Boehm, I think, would be an upgrade.
Yeah, but is his price tag too high?
It's not in the Suarez range, that's for sure.
Well, maybe. Okay. But, let me ask you this. I hope it doesn't come to this. But if they did nothing, I wonder if they'd consider. It all depends on whether Connor Griffith's going to make the club out of spring training or not. I kind of hope they do put him on the roster. I was thinking this: if they play Brandon Lau at second base and Connor Griffin is your shortstop, would it be possible to move Nick Gonzalez at third base?
It conceivably could, but that's still not enough power.
Not enough power.
Yeah.
You want a big bopper.
Well, that's a big bopper position.
Yeah,
First, third, left, and right are your power spots.
Do you want another? Do you want another maybe power hitting outfielder too?
It wouldn't hurt. Listen, if they're serious, they're going to go. You don't waste this pitching again.
No. They're already behind the 8 ball because this stuff should have been done last year or the year before. But it's water over the dam. You can't do anything about.
But if they start the season with Jared Triolo at third base, They, in my opinion, it's a disaster.
You're giving away an inning, George, because if he gets 3 at bats or 4 at bats, that's just.
And I'm not trying to slam Triolo. He's a nice little reserve player. He's got a great glove, but he is not a starting third baseman in Major League Baseball.
George, let me ask you this. If they get someone with more power at third base, but not a good glove, not necessarily a good glove, would you consider thinking about the Pirates if the Pirates had a lead, late innings, putting Troy Creel at third base?
Well, they've done that in the past. I don't have a problem with that, but you cannot have him as your primary third baseman. Because,
George, as I said, you're only playing with maybe 24, 25 outs.
Yeah.
But anyway, George, I don't care that the Miami Hurricanes are going to be playing the championship game on their home field. I still like the Indiana Hoosiers to win it all.
Well, the way Indiana is playing, how could you not like them? They just dismantled a good Oregon team last night. Just dismantled them.
Well, and to me, more impressive is they beat Oregon in Eugene.
Well, yeah, that was earlier in the season, but what they did last night was just, unbelievably workmanlike. And it started on the first play. Started on the very first play. Interception, touchdown. That's what people keep missing about Indiana. They talk about Mendoza and the receivers and everything. That defense is really, really good.
and it's fast. It's fast.
Now, he mentioned it after the game, but they do have some time because the game is not till the 19th. They are a little nicked up on defense. There are some guys that got nicked up in the game, and hopefully they're going to be okay because that's one thing Indiana doesn't have is a lot of depth.
But there's one other thing that bothers me about Miami playing at home in a championship game. Do you remember the Orange Bowl in 1984, George? Remember, I think Nebraska was number 1 in the country, and they went down to the Orange Bowl, and Miami beat them down there.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
But still, I mean, Miami has shown well, but
Miami has played exceedingly well. Look at who they beat and how they beat them. Especially, everybody thought that it was going to be Ohio State again. They ended that, you know.
Yeah, but when all said and done.
When it's all said and done, the thing that I look back at, and it's a big shiner on the whole thing. It's a big black eye. Alabama did not deserve to be in the playoffs.
No,
Notre Dame did. As much as I know there's a lot of vitriol about Notre Dame, but Notre Dame deserved to be in there, not Alabama. Yes, Alabama's the name. They went with the name, but you look at the way a team is playing, and they were not playing well coming down the stretch.
No, they weren't. But of course, you saying that Notre Dame should have been in the tournament. You know what? You know daggone well, George. All drinks to that. But that's neither here nor there. But I don't know why Notre Dame didn't go to some bowl. I think that may be sour grapes on their part.
Well, they and let me tell you, the other bowls are now. I used to love bowl season. I didn't watch. I watched maybe part of one bowl during the other bowls that weren't the college football playoffs, and that's because of what is happening with the portal, with everything else.
Yeah.
Half your team isn't even playing in these games.
Yeah, I understand that.
So to me, it's not appealing at all. And I loved bowl games. I lived for it, but that has all changed.
But I told you before, for me it's good because it provides hours of entertainment when but I can see your point too. Now let me ask you, do you like the Steelers on Monday night?
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's just...
I liked them last week, too, and I was one of the few people that liked them last week.
But...
Although, parroting the late Mr. Rooney, Art Sr., the old man, the chief, he always used to tell people, I'd rather be lucky than good.
Yeah.
And they got a little bit of luck.
Yeah, a shank at the... I thought when Likely caught that pass,
I thought it was over. I did.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too because...
Well, actually, I had a dread and a foreboding before that even happened, before their drive even started, after the missed extra point. We now find out later on that indeed somebody did get a finger on that ball. It was blocked. Boswell's extra point was blocked. The Steelers confirmed that when I was down there on Friday. That's why it changed direction the way it did. Did you notice the way that ball just went wide right? It just veered off course. Somebody got some fingertips on that ball.
But that one of Lutz, he just shanked that.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay, but...
Well, he said he mishit it. He hit it thin in the parlance of kickers. He did not hit it square.
Here's another thing, George. Nobody's talking about it because of Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford and Drake May. But Rodgers, in December, he has been playing some pretty daggone good ball. same for that game in Cleveland.
Well, the key in this game is Harris and Anderson, those two edge rushers, 27 sacks between them. The offensive line has been playing well. They need to continue to play well. They need to keep Rodgers as clean as possible because both those edge rushers for the Texans are outstanding.
George, I felt along that line, the Steelers, in contrast to what they did against the Ravens, they need to get out ahead of the Texans.
Well, that's been the problem. If you look at all of their losses in the playoffs, one thing is a common theme: poor starts.
Yeah. George, I'll bring you something else. It's a long time ago, but the two Super Bowls that we lost, to Dallas, 96 and Green Bay in 11, for more than half of that game, the Steelers were the better team in both of those Super Bowls.
Yep.
And in each one of them, Dallas got off to a big lead, and so did the Packers. So also if we get ahead of Houston, that's good. That's going to help. Also, if we get ahead of Houston, if we can win the time of possession, that's going to wear the.
Well, and they have been running the ball better. They have been. I mean, I really like the two running backs. I think they complement each other very well. They're different types of backs, and they've been running the ball. But that's another sign that offensive line is coming along. And when I play my interview with Troy Faltano in hour number 2, the starting right tackle, who, by the way, very quietly has cobbled together an outstanding season in what essentially is his rookie year. He's played great football for the Steelers, but he talked about the continuity of the line and the fact that they're really on a bit of a roll right now, which is good.
George, one last thing, you may have to look this up. Going into tonight's game, how many times have the Packers and Bears played? I think it's close to 300, isn't it?
Well, that's the oldest rivalry in the NFL, and they've played a ton of times. I would have to look it up, but that rivalry goes back to the Curly Lambeau days and George Halas, and I mean, it's a great rivalry. That's why I'm so upset that it's on prime tonight. I really wanted to watch that game, especially when you look at the games that they played against each other this year. They played two really, really competitive, entertaining games. And I think maybe the most entertaining game of the weekend, it's going to be limited to an audience that you're going to... And I'm not paying that money. I'm not. I pay enough money for my television.
Yeah. George, I forgot to mention, were you shocked that John Harbaugh got the axe in Baltimore?
No. There were problems going on. It's an old take, but I said it last week. They're not going to fire the quarterback.
No.
And they were having problems. They're not going to fire the quarterback. They fire the coach, and that's what happened.
But unless they think that a new coach will come in and get Jackson to play better in the playoffs.
Well, it'll be interesting because I think Harbaugh covered up a lot of things for Jackson. I've been hearing stuff about tardiness for practice, not doing things the right way. I think Harbaugh bent over backwards to try and get the most out of Lamar Jackson. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the new coach.
Do you have any names right off the bat?
No, I don't. Yeah.
People keep bringing up Marcus Freeman, but
he's not going to leave Notre Dame.
No. Well, George, thanks. My time's up. We'll catch you next week.
All right. Thank you for the call. You take care. And that frees up both of our phone lines here on the Sportsline. Do come ahead with your questions and comments. Anything and everything pertaining to the world of sports. is fair game. Pick up the phone. Now, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. You should have no problems getting through. I'm gazing at a wide open board. The number is 724-438-4593. Once again, that number, 724-438-4593. We'll be back with more right after this timeout.
You may have noticed a new internet company knocking at your door with claims like, "I'm not here to sell you anything," or "I wouldn't lie to you." The truth is, Armstrong has played an important role in your community for decades, and we're not going anywhere. That new internet provider will probably change their name, get bought out by another company, or fold completely. Armstrong, the internet you count on, the people you trust. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com today, or anytime in the future.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Hey love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boosts in Periopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture, I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild few years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
It's a new year and a great time to save at Autoland on a new Hyundai. All with the quality that lets them offer America's best warranty, Hyundai Owner Assurance, with 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain protection, 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper protection, unlimited roadside assistance, plus 3-year, 36,000-mile free complimentary maintenance. Autoland still has a great selection of new vehicles at pre-tariff prices, so stop in and check them out. Plus, there are a lot more reasons to buy your Hyundai at Autoland. Voted Best in Fayette Import Dealership and also a Best in Fayette New Car Dealership. Conveniently located and family-owned, they have served the area for over 60 years, and you will deal with friendly hometown salespeople along with Hyundai's award-winning service department who will continue to take care of you and your Hyundai. Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. Visit their website at AutolandHyundai.com, and as Chris Jr. says, you will always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Laurel Highlands Wealth Advisory Group of Janie Montgomery Scott in Uniontown is a proud sponsor of Sportsline. When you work with Janie, it's about going beyond investing. It's about connecting your life and your finances in a way that makes sense for you. The team partners with you through each stage of life to help you set and reach your financial goals. To learn more about the Laurel Highlands Wealth Advisory Group at Janie, be sure to check out their website at www.lhwag.com. Laurel Highlands Wealth Advisory Group of Janie Montgomery Scott, LLC, member FINRA, NYSE, SIPC.
Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
WMBS.
Hi, this is TJ Watt, and you're listening to the Sportsline with George Von Benko on WMBS Radio.
And welcome back to the Sportsline. By the way, Charles asked me about the Bears and Packers, the oldest rivalry in the NFL. They have met 213 times. 213 times. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Take another call. Good morning. You're on the Sportsline.
Good morning, George.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I went out last night to a local watering hole, and watched the first quarter of the Indiana-Oregon game, and it was, I guess, 21-7 when I left. I'm glad I see how they finally won, though. I think it was 49-22, Indiana.
They won. Actually, where is it here? 56-22.
Oh, 56. Yeah, they said it was like 42-7 in the third quarter. They really beat up a good team. I'm really surprised at that.
Well, they dismantled Oregon. That was, Oregon was out of it from the very first play when that guy threw the interception.
Yeah, I was there. I was shocked when I saw that. Holy cow!
But Indiana, people are missing the boat on Indiana. I've been saying it all along. They talk about Mendoza and the offense and those receivers and everything. Their defense is really, really good.
Yeah. I guess Donnie must be on cloud nine today.
I would think so. I'm so happy for Donnie Krofcheck, the old Hoosier.
Yeah. One thing I want to also bring up, I just can't believe it. Was it the Jacksonville Jaguars won their division with a losing record?
No.
Is that correct?
Jacksonville is no, they didn't have a losing record.
Who's they? They won it with 8-9, or was that Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Well, Tampa Bay's not in.
Tampa Bay's not in.
They're not in it. Let me see if I can find the record for. No, Jacksonville did not have a losing record, and I don't have.
Okay.
Don't have. Oh, here it is. The Jaguars were 13-4.
The Jaguars. Okay, I thought, or was it the Carolina? Somebody got in. I thought with a losing record. They were 8-9. Was it?
Let me give you the records of the wild card teams here. I have.
Okay.
Buffalo's 12-5. Jacksonville's 13-4. Chargers are 11-6. Patriots are 14-3. Here we go. The Rams are 12-5, but the Panthers are 8-9.
Okay. They got in with a losing record though.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of.
The Packers are 9-7-1. The Bears are 11-6. 49ers are 12-5. The Eagles are 11-6.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying, the way they got it set up anymore. You get into the playoffs with a losing record.
They won their division. That's a knock on the division. That's the way it's set up.
Okay. So they did win a division with a losing record.
They did. Yeah.
Oh.
Because of tiebreakers and some other things, they were the division champs.
This whole thing, George, I tell you what, I miss the old days when they just had three divisions and one wild card. That was much better then. This thing is so watered down, it's pathetic.
Yeah, but guess what? They're making a lot of money.
That's right.
They're making a lot of money.
Give everybody that false hope to put their money down.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
Making a lot of money, and when you're making money, you don't really care.
Yeah, that's right. That little guy, little glasses over there, the accountant, they do this, do that. They've got more coming in across the counter, right. I guess. Yeah. Okay, George, that's all I got for today.
All right, thanks for checking in. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And back to the phone lines we go. Let's take another call here this morning. Good morning. You're on the Sports Line.
Morning, George.
Good morning.
What do you think about the idea of the Steelers swapping Tomlin for Harbaugh?
Well, I'm not a big Harbaugh guy, so I'm not a big fan of that.
Well, I never did like him, but he has a heck of a record,
Well, not really, if you think about it. He had the best quarterback for a long time in the division, and he didn't win the Super Bowl with Jackson. He won it, and that's to his credit. He won it with another quarterback. He won it with Dilfer, or not Dilfer, but No, I'm not a Harbaugh guy.
I don't. You don't like him.
I don't care for it.
You don't think that would work? No, not even an assistant coach. Not even an assistant coach.
Well, he's going to be a head coach someplace. That's
oh yeah, definitely. I think the Raiders.
Raiders? I think the Giants more than likely.
You think that's where he's going to end up?
Yep, and there's a reason for that. The Giants, they've been bad the past couple of years, but they've been stockpiling some players.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's possible.
That's what
But I know
everybody,
he's
that's
not
what
gonna-
everybody seems to think. Yeah, but no,
I think
I'm not.
Baltimore-
And you know, here we are with the Tomlin thing. He's not going anywhere unless he wants to go somewhere.
I know that. I was just dreaming. That's all.
Yeah. Well, you know what they call that dream? That's a pipe dream.
Pipe dream. Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, let's see if they can get her off the first round of the playoffs. But I don't really think so. Really.
Well, I like their chances. I do.
Well, I hope they win, but I really don't think it's going to happen. But it could happen.
I think it's
But anyway,
a very
I
distinct
just wondered
possibility.
about the idea about Harbaugh.
And nobody liked them last week against the Ravens. I did, and they.
Yeah, I
they-
know.
they
No,
came
everybody
o-
picked the Ravens.
They
I know,
came, they
but
came
that
away
one-
with that, but I think
What an ending, huh? What an ending.
unbelievable.
Yes, it was. Okay, George, I'll let you go now. Thanks for your advice.
All right,
Thank
you
you.
take care. Bye bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
You too. Bye bye. And the Tomlin thing, that's just not going to happen. And it's going to be his decision, I think. I just don't see Art II making that move, especially with a couple years left on the contract. I realize people don't like that, but that's the way it is. We're moving down the home stretch here. Got time to stick in another call, maybe two, if you want to jump into the conversation. Grab that phone. Dial the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. 724-438-4593. Do come ahead with all your questions and your comments. The Steelers will be trying to win their first playoff game since January of 2017, which was actually the end of the 2016 season. That's when they beat Miami in the wild card 30-12. That's how long it's been since the Steelers have won a playoff game. Let's take another call here quickly. Hello, you're on the sports line.
Good morning, George.
Good morning.
Do you think that the following in Pittsburgh for Tom, if he wins this game, do you think it will change, or do you think it'll be the same? If it's a close game and the Steelers lose, what do you think?
I don't think Tomlin's going anywhere. I've said that all along. He's got a couple years left on his contract. I just don't see Art II. Art II doesn't have the mentality that his father Dan had. And if anything happens, it's going to be Tomlin making the decision. The Steelers aren't going to get rid of him.
Yes, that's what I think too. And this is definitely a big game for Tomlin, because if he wins this game, it could be,
Well,
right
then they won't have anything to say about not winning a playoff game.
Yeah, that's a hopeful thing.
I think the guy who's really on the hot seat for the Steelers is Terrell Austin, the defensive coordinator. If the defense has a bad game, I think he's gone.
Yes,
now that's a cosmetic move. That's not getting rid of the head coach, but I think this is a huge game for Terrell Austin.
I think it is too, because that against Baltimore, those two big plays in the fourth quarter.
I couldn't figure out what they were doing defensively there. Those guys running free, including Zay Flowers twice, who's their best receiver. And you got a linebacker on him on the one play. There's no way Patrick Queen is going to stay with Zay Flowers. It's just an impossibility. He can't stay with him. He's not fast enough.
No, and Duger now, he hasn't been playing too good in the last few games.
Well, actually, he's done some good things. He made a bad play on the one play against Cleveland, but other than that, Duger's been pretty solid. He really has.
Yes, he has. Yeah. I think Pittsburgh is going to win the game.
I like their chances. The Houston defense is one thing, but the Texans offense. I mean, yeah, they got a good quarterback in Stroud, but his numbers are so drastically different when he gets pressured. He's almost flawless when he has time, and any quarterback is like that. But when he is pressured, his numbers are drastically different. And that's going to be a key. They got to get in his face and make him uncomfortable. And I think they can do that.
Yes. And one more thing. Rodgers against Cleveland, he looked like he was just getting rid of that ball.
Well, he was concerned. He was concerned about the pass rush. Yeah, he's been getting rid of the ball quickly all year long. But the thing that people got to realize is very quietly, even with injuries and everything else, the Steelers' offensive line has been improving. They're getting better. They're getting much better, and that's going to be a key against the two edge rushers for the Texans, who are two of the best in the league, Harris and Anderson. They have 27 total sacks between them. That's going to be a huge key. The line has got to hold up against those two. And I got to run because I'm up against the news.
Okay, George.
Okay, thank you for the call. You take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And indeed, we are up against the news here at the top. Now, another full hour of sports talk is coming your way following the news, including interviews with Peyton Wilson, the Steelers linebacker, Troy Faltano, the Steelers starting right tackle, and at the bottom of the hour, Jim Wexell from SteelCityInsiders.com will join me for some in-depth Steelers talk about the Texans and the Steelers. Sportsline being brought to you this morning by my buddy Tom Vernon and Casey Sports Cafe, located right here on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. By Firestone Insurance Agency in Normalville, and by Bogies at Duck Hollow. Now under new management, serving lunches and dinners Monday through Saturday from 12 to 9, Sunday from 12 to 5. Phone 724-439-2150. Located at 374 Duck Hollow Road in Uniontown. The latest news is coming your way next from the CBS radio network right here on your local station, 590 AM and 101.1 FM, WMBS, Uniontown, Pennsylvania.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Pfizer.
I'm Allison Keys. Protests are expected around the nation as demonstrators continue to criticize ICE over the fatal shooting of a woman in Minneapolis and the wounding of 2 people in Portland. CBS's Ashar Qureshi with more.
We're in downtown Minneapolis, where police say those protesters vandalized property and threw objects at police. Now, earlier, frustrated residents marched peacefully at the site where that substitute teacher was killed. Ahead of more planned rallies, Minneapolis police have to work to maintain public safety and growing outrage over the killing.
President Trump is trying to talk U.S. oil companies into reinvesting in Venezuela after the arrest of that nation's president. CBS's Willie James Inman.
President Trump promised the U.S. would work with the Venezuelan regime to provide security.
Well, we're going to work with the Venezuelan leaders and people, and we're going to have a very safe group, and they're going to also bring over some security with them.
Experts point out modernizing Venezuela's oil infrastructure would cost an estimated $183 billion and take 15 years.
Now to Iran, where human rights activists say at least 65 protesters have been killed over the last 2 weeks amid a harsh crackdown. CBS's Haley Ott from London.
Iran's leaders shut down the internet on Thursday, sparking fears of a wider government crackdown, despite threats from President Trump.
I tell the Iranian leaders, you better not start shooting, because we'll start shooting too.
Luigi Mangione, the man accused in the killing of United Healthcare CEO in 2024, was in court yesterday. CBS's Meg Oliver.
Mangione has pleaded not guilty to federal murder, stalking, and weapons charges. His lawyers are trying to block the Justice Department from seeking the death penalty against him. New York's death penalty was declared unconstitutional in 2004, but the ban applies in state, not federal cases.
Positive news out of California.
The latest U.S. drought monitor says for the first time since December of 2000, not a single square mile of California is dry after last month's big storms. State climatologist Michael Anderson.
We're at about 150% of average on precipitation.
All the state's reservoirs are now at a healthy level, But climatologist Brian Fuchs at the University of Nebraska says the forecast calls for dry weather for a while.
As quickly as we've seen some of these dry situations get tampered down and relieved, they could be developing again.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
A federal judge has blocked President Trump from enforcing most of his executive order on elections against the vote by mail states, Washington and Oregon. The president has been trying to require proof of citizenship to vote, citing concerns over fraud. This is CBS News.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Route 21 Furniture. Take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture. Take the road to your perfect home.
Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
Fans of David Bowie have a new must-see destination coming soon.
The Heritage of London Trust says it plans to restore the 19th century cottage that David Bowie lived in as a child to its 1960s decor and open it to the public in late 2027.
Groovy, baby!
Bowie lived in the house in the South London suburb of Bromley from 1955 to 1967, and it's where he evolved from a suburban schoolboy to a genre-bending musician. David Bowie died on January 10, 2016 at age 69. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Football fans better get some comfortable seats for this wild card weekend. The Carolina Panthers are kicking off the postseason, getting into the playoffs for the first time since 2017. They battle the LA Rams at 4:30 Eastern, and the Green Bay Packers take on the Bears at night. Allison Keys, CBS News.
Point Hill Living Care Home is an all-new personal care home conveniently located in Point Marion and is now accepting new residents. Point Hill Living is committed to providing comfort and support while allowing residents to maintain their independence and enhance their quality of life. With a dedicated staff and experienced advanced care team, Point Hill Living offers fully customized care plans for all residents, while also ensuring a sense of community and engagement, making Point Hill feel like home. Multiple care levels are available, from basic plans to fully customized and enhanced plans, including options for medical monitoring and full-time dedicated assistance. If you are looking for a high-quality care home close to home, look no further than Point Hill Living Care Home at 300 Union Street in Point Marion. Call them today at 724-725-5533 to learn more, or visit them at pointhillliving.com. Point Hill Living Care Home, where our residents are family. A brand new year is here. Why not start it in a home that feels just right? Economy Furnace Company is kicking off the season with our New Year Comfort event. Whether your system struggled through the holidays, or your energy bills went up, or you're ready for fresher air and a more efficient home, Economy Furnace has you covered. This January, enjoy exclusive New Year savings on high-efficiency heating and cooling systems, smart thermostats, and indoor air quality upgrades for year-long comfort. Economy Furnace partners with Amana, offering access to reliable, energy-efficient HVAC solutions backed by exceptional product warranties, innovative technology, and a trusted reputation. Economy Furnace certified technicians make the process easy, from free estimates to fast, reliable installation. Start the year off right, in comfort. Call Economy Furnace Company at 724-438-4575 to schedule your New Year tune-up or upgrade. New year, new comfort, same trusted service. Economy Furnace Company. Your comfort is our commitment.
For economy, price, and quality service, call
Economy Furnace.
Wow, your dog looks beautiful. We went to Mutts on Market Street, the dog grooming salon in downtown Brownsville. Samantha has over 10 years dog grooming experience. They work with any dog, any breed, any size.
Didn't it cost a fortune?
No, the prices are great. They offer a full line of grooming and other services.
Big news from Mutts on Market Street. They're moving. Starting in January, find them at 15 Bridge Boulevard in Brownsville at the former Dukeman's Beer Distributor. Same great care for your dogs and cats, same great prices. Mutts on Market Street at the former Dukeman's Beer Distributor. For details, visit them on Facebook. Well, much cooler temperatures are here, but you could still enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customer guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings 724-554-6067 for a no-cost or obligation home consultation. Or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Black and gold up on their feet, terrible towels swirling.
When you listen here, you get all the excitement of Steelers football.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Rob King brings you the play-by-play along with Max Starks and Missy Matthews.
Where would you rather be?
The only place to be on game day is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The AFC North champion Steelers are home for a wild card playoff game against the Houston Texans Monday night, kickoff at 8:15 on your Steelers station, WMBS.
Your local station, WMBS.
Welcome back on board for our number 2 of the Sportsline, being brought to you this morning by my good friend Tom Vernon and KC Sports Cafe, located right here on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown, the Firestone Insurance Agency in Normalville, and by Bogies at Duck Hollow, now under new management, serving lunches and dinners Monday through Saturday from 12 to 9, Sunday from 12 to 5. Phone 724-439-2150, located at 374 Duck Hollow Road in Uniontown. Open line conversation, the order of the day as we forge ahead into hour number 2. If you had some problems getting through in the first hour, you should have no problems right now. I am looking at a wide open board. Simply pick up the phone and dial the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. Once again, that number, 724-438-4593. You should have no problems getting through. Anything and everything pertaining to the world of sports is on the docket. We've had Steeler talk. We've had a little Pirate talk, college football. Haven't had any talk about the Penguins. And they have won 6 in a row very quietly. They've been playing some outstanding hockey, and they're in action again today at home against Calgary at 3:30. But it's a wild card weekend, some really, really good football games, including the conclusion of the wild card weekend, the Steelers playing host to the Houston Texans on Monday night at Acrisure Stadium, 8:15 kickoff. So whatever you want to get into, we'll get into it. Pick up that phone. Call the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. Texans come in at 12-5. Steelers are 10-7. And injury-wise, the Steelers are healthy for the most part, as healthy as they've been. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, was limited yesterday with a glute, but I think he's going to be ready to go. For the Texans, one guy did not practice. That is the running back, Jalar Jordan. He's got an ankle injury, and he may be problematic for the Texans. Normally on Friday, I catch up with T.J. Watt and with Troy Faltano. Watt was tied up with national media because of the game on Monday night. And unfortunately, we couldn't get me squeezed in to talk to him. So Peyton Wilson, the inside linebacker who's played very well for the Steelers this year, substituted for TJ. And, of course, my normal interview with Steelers starting right tackle Troy Faltano, who has just had an outstanding season in what essentially is his rookie year since he missed all of last year with a knee injury. Faltano has been tremendous. Let's eavesdrop on my conversation with Troy Faltano. Troy, playoff game. Whole different ball game.
100%. It's the start of a new season. My first playoff game ever, so in the NFL. I'm excited. Super excited.
Looking at what's been going on lately, that was a wild ball game against the Ravens. I mean, the ebb and flow of that game, it was unbelievable.
Man, this is why we play football, man. Playing games like that, obviously, was a big one because it was the next one, but we knew what was at stake. And, actually, our first playoff game. This is really our second, so.
Yeah.
You win to stay in, so. Yeah, but man, that game was crazy. It was a fun one to be a part of.
Lately, the Steelers have not fared well in the playoffs, and fans remind everybody about that all the time. Is that on you guys' mind at all, or is this just a whole separate thing?
Yeah, in those previous teams I didn't play on, so it don't matter to me. I'm gonna do everything I can to contribute to this playoff run, and obviously we got to take care of the Houstons, and it's going to be a challenge, but something that we're up for, and something that we've talked about, and something that we're looking for.
You mentioned the challenge. Defensively, they're one of the best teams in the NFL. They've really got some players.
Yeah. All over their defense, they've got guys that can cover, guys that can rush the passer, play the run. All three levels, man. It'll be a challenge, but just excited for it.
Personal challenge for you, the guy on your side probably lining up is going to be Anderson, who's had a great season.
Yeah, all props to him for the job he's done this year. I feel like I just play my game, man. I just go out there and play, be myself, and good things will happen. But I am super excited for this challenge. I know he's a great player, but yeah.
You get excited about facing a guy like that?
Yeah, 100%. This is why they go and get you, like they always remind me, this is why they go get you earlier in the draft, right? It's to make sure these matchups look a lot different than when those top-tier pass rushers are going against most. So I'm just trying to make sure that I do my job to the best of my ability, and I'm really excited. I'm hyped for it.
I saw a stat today on my way in about you that sort of floored me a little bit. I knew you were having a great season at right tackle, but in the rating system for the tackles, the right tackles, you have allowed the 5th least pressures in the National Football League. That's pretty good.
Yeah, man, I want to be number one. Obviously, that's not good enough for me. I want to be the best, and I strive to be the best. But yeah, man, it's all a testament to the work that we put in here in practice and being around this whole line and the offense and the plays that are being called. It's a group effort, and I wouldn't be here without the help of those people.
Now, what about the group, the offensive line? You've had some injuries, but, Dylan Cook has stepped in and has played well. Other guys are healthy. And, in fact, that's one good thing about this game. You're about as healthy as you've been in a while going in the team.
Yeah, just excited to have everyone back. Felt like we were pretty healthy last week, and going into this game we're even more. Just having more of those guys back is it's going to be a key factor into going and trying to win this game. So, this group, man, this offensive line, obviously we've learned to gel together because this is what we've been running with for the past couple weeks, and it's all
Do you get into a flow with a bunch of guys? Yeah.
I've been playing next to Mason for this whole year, so just being next to him, but just knowing what we expect of each other is really what helps this group strive.
Looking at them, your keys against them, their stats are a little weird defensively. They're the best team defending wide receivers on short passes in the NFL, yet they're one of the worst teams defending running backs.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, to hear that, I don't really look into stuff like that, but obviously we know they're a really good defense, and they've got playmakers, but so do we.
But the way you guys use your running backs, that might be a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's all words until we go out there and execute. So, but I know our running backs. I'll take our running backs over anybody in this whole line.
That's been coming on, the running game.
The running game. Obviously, we're struggling for a little bit, but past couple weeks, we've been getting back to it. So just excited.
And you get a big piece back in Metcalf.
Oh yeah. I mean, can't replicate having a guy like that out there. Even if you're not throwing the ball to him, he attracts eyes. You know what I mean? So excited to have him back. Excited to have his team healthy.
I appreciate the time as always. Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
That is Troy Faltano, who very quietly has put together an outstanding season at right tackle for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Phone lines are open. Great time for you to jump into the sports talk right now, because I am gazing at a wide open board. So do come ahead with your questions and your comments. All you have to do, pick up the phone, dial the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593 is the number to call. Love to hear from you on a variety of subjects. You want to talk Steeler football, we can do that. If you want to talk about the college football playoffs, we can do that. The wild card weekend, some great action coming up. Penguin hockey, they've won 6 in a row. Lots of options to go to as far as conversation this morning here on the Sportsline. And let's go take our first phone call here in hour number 2. Good morning. You're on the Sportsline.
Good morning, George.
Good morning.
I seen yesterday that the Pirates signed O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah,
Jody Bart.
They re-signed them. Yes. Yeah.
Was he going to be a free agent?
Well, he was going to be due to go to arbitration. Yeah.
You think this? Okay. If the Pirates make a move to get a power hitter, it's going to be a trade, I would believe.
It might have to be because they lost out on Okamoto.
Yeah.
But Suarez might be a little rich for their blood. He's asking for a pretty hefty contract. But, I wouldn't mind them if they have to pivot away from Suarez, who would be my choice right now, but he's a free agent. I wouldn't mind them going after Bohm, but he might not be with the Phillies. He's sort of being iced out there with some of the moves they're making. I think he would be an interesting fit for the Pirates. I think Alec Bowman is a good player, but you might be right. It might have to be a trade, and I'm not sure what they would be able to attract, but they need a third baseman. You cannot start this season with Jared Triolo as your regular third baseman. You can't do that.
No. That's why if you throw O'Neal Cruz as a piece in a trade, what do you think his value is right now?
I think his value's low.
I would think so.
I don't think that they're interested in deal, especially with his value being this low. No, if they're going to make a trade, they're going to trade for him from excess pitching. They got pitching to play around with.
Right. I just was thinking, he might be.
But that just opens up another. That just opens up another hole in your outfield.
Yeah, but they seem to have 3 second basemen.
Well, now Jared Lowe could play left field, or Jared Lau could play left field.
Yeah, that's what. And they seem to be. They have an awful lot of left-hand hitters, and it seems like they sure face a lot of left-hand pitching.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think definitely. They
get
somebody.
It's going to be interesting. Still on their shopping list for me, a back-end starter, a veteran. Okay?
Yeah.
A back-end starter who's a veteran. Maybe another outfielder with a little bit of pop, and definitely a third baseman. That's my shopping list for the Pirates right now.
Yeah, the center, player they got from was in Tampa. The
Mangum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's center field with speed.
Well, he's got great speed. Doesn't have much pop.
Right.
He batted .296. Great defensive player.
Yeah.
And he stole 29 bases. So he's an interesting piece.
Yes. I think he would be. I'd rather have him than Cruz.
Well, that's people's feeling, but, how are you going to feel about Cruz if he goes someplace else and hits 40 home runs?
Right. Yep.
And boy, have we seen that happen with Pirate players.
Yeah, many times.
Right.
Many times.
Listen, I appreciate the call. You take care.
Okay, George. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And we're moving down the home stretch here in hour number 2. Jim Wexell from SteelCityInsiders.com coming up at the bottom of the hour. But first, we're going to get to my second Steeler interview. As I mentioned, I was disappointed that I wasn't able to talk to T.J. Watt yesterday, but he was tied up with national media for the Monday night game. So I went to a good standby. Peyton Wilson, the young inside linebacker for the Steelers, and he graciously consented to substitute for TJ. So let's listen in on my talk with Peyton Wilson. That was a de facto playoff game last week against the Ravens, but this is the real deal now. Excited?
Yeah, definitely excited. Obviously grateful to be here in this playoff spot. We obviously tried to give it away last week towards the end of the game, but no, we're excited. Prep has been going really well. Everybody's obviously really energized. It's a playoff game. We're in the winner go home tournament, so you have to bring your best ball no matter what.
One thing that you guys were really healthy going into the Baltimore game. You're even healthier right now. That's a good thing at this point in the season because a lot of teams are banged up.
Yeah, it's definitely really good late in the season. Last year, obviously, my first year, it wasn't like that. We had a lot of guys banged up. So to have everyone firing on all cylinders this late in the season it's amazing. So yeah, it's really cool to have everyone healthy. It's really cool to have that depth, everybody's healthy. TJ's back, everyone's back, so the guys that are backing them up are fresh and ready to go, and everybody's just rolling on all cylinders. Looking at them offensively, they're an interesting bunch. They don't run the ball real well, but they're effective. They've got a great wide receiver in Collins, and the quarterback does a lot of things. Yeah, one thing that I've learned later in the seasons in the NFL, obviously it's only year 2 for me, everybody relies on their run game late in the season, whether that's Baltimore, who relies on it for their whole game plan, or Houston, who relies on it for effective, efficient runs to set them up for their second and third down. So the run still really carries these teams. Houston does a really good job in the run game. They have 2-3 really good running backs. The third one's coming along a lot lately, so we obviously just have to stop that to get to the rest of our stuff. And I think you got to be aware of the quarterback too, because he can hurt you with his legs too. Yeah, he's an athlete. You've seen that since he was back at Ohio State. Competitive. He just competes, and that's really cool. No matter the situation, no matter the game, he's competing. He has a good arm. He's obviously a dual threat, can run. We have to do a really good job of being assignment sound and gap sound when we're playing this team. I know you got to go to a meeting real quick. Keys to victory. Always for us on defense, stopping the run, guys flying around with energy, and then just being assignment sound. I feel like in the past, when we've been assignment sound these last few weeks, you've seen a big difference in our defense, guys trusting each other and not trying to do too much. Peyton, I appreciate it. Best of luck. Yes, sir. Thank you. Peyton Wilson, and what an assignment he's got. They've been facing some run-heavy teams the last couple of weeks, so his snap count has gone down because they've been using Harrison at linebacker, who's a better run stopper. But against the Texans, their tight end, Schultz, 82 receptions. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that matchup, and that'll be probably Peyton Wilson trying to handle the Texans' tight end, Schultz. That's going to be a key matchup. And Joey Porter against Collins, the wide receiver, another key matchup defensively. So, haven't talked about it, but somebody just mentioned it in passing. They asked me about Ray Fittipaldo, and I felt bad, my good friend, and all of the people at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I cannot believe
that the Post-Gazette will be gone coming May. It's been dying a slow death. Pittsburgh will be the largest major market without a metropolitan newspaper, online, or a print edition. Absolutely incredible. But that's the direction things have been taking. And for someone like me of a certain age group, the newspaper was everything. That was my favorite thing in the morning. And I read both the Post-Gazette. We were a two-paper family. We got the Post-Gazette in the morning and the Pittsburgh Press in the afternoon. But sad to see the Post-Gazette going the way of the dodo bird. We're going to get a break in, and I'll be back with Jim Wexell of SteelCityInsiders.com. We'll take an in-depth look at the wild card game between the Texans and the Steelers. That's coming up right after this.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3,940.
Laurel Highlands Wealth Advisory Group of Janie Montgomery Scott in Uniontown is a proud sponsor of Sportsline. When you work with Janie, it's about going beyond investing. It's about connecting your life and your finances in a way that makes sense for you. The team partners with you through each stage of life to help you set and reach your financial goals. To learn more about the Laurel Highlands Wealth Advisory Group at Janie, be sure to check out their website at www.lhwag.com. Laurel Highlands Wealth Advisory Group of Janie Montgomery Scott, LLC, member FINRA, NYSE, SIPC.
It's a new year and a great time to save at Autoland on a new Hyundai. All of the quality that lets them offer America's best warranty, Hyundai Owner Assurance, with 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain protection, 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper protection, unlimited roadside assistance, plus 3-year, 36,000-mile free complimentary maintenance. Autoland still has a great selection of new vehicles at pre-tariff prices, so stop in and check them out. Plus, there are a lot more reasons to buy your Hyundai at Autoland. Voted Best in Fayette Import Dealership and also a Best in Fayette New Car Dealership. Conveniently located and family-owned, they have served the area for over 60 years, and you will deal with friendly hometown salespeople along with Hyundai's award-winning service department who will continue to take care of you and your Hyundai. Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. Visit their website at AutolandHyundai.com, and as Chris Jr. says, you will always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare. In 1986, the Firestone Insurance Agency in Normalville was started with a promise to provide clients with truthful, friendly, and courteous service. It worked. With an expanded client base, the Firestone Insurance Agency's customers are now able to choose from over 20 well-known insurance companies. So whether it be auto, home, business, or life, Firestone has you covered, and the promise to provide truthful, friendly, and courteous service is still in place. As an independent insurance agency, the Firestone Insurance Agency works for you. They do the shopping for you to save you time and a bunch of needless phone calls. Because let's face it, no one loves to shop for insurance. Call the office at 724-455-3900 or visit firestoneinsurance.net. Can't make it to Normalville? Let the Firestone Insurance Agency bring service right to your kitchen table. The Firestone Insurance Agency, 724-455-3900 or firestoneinsurance.net. Doing what is right for the customer, finding the most affordable rates while making sure there are no coverage gaps so you are fully protected from the unforeseen.
Oak Pizza in downtown Uniontown is your one-stop shop for the most unique pizzas in the region. From the masterminds behind the Fat Angelo's franchise, Oak Pizza is the laboratory where the Fat Angelo's food scientists test their creations and let you be the judge. With traditional favorites like pepperoni and buffalo chicken pizzas to more experimental offerings like the sesame seed-infused Mad Pie or the spicy chicken pickle pizza, Oak has you covered. Order today at oakpizzas.com or by calling 724-439-5805. Your taste buds will thank you.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove, and you're listening to the Sportsline with George Von Benko on your local station, WMBS.
And welcome back to the Sportsline on this Saturday morning. It's NFL Wild Card Weekend. The Steelers close out the weekend on Monday night, hosting the Houston Texans at Acrisure Stadium. And to dive into the Steelers and the playoff game a little bit more in depth, I'm going to call in an old friend, Jim Wexell of SteelCityInsiders.com. I saw Jim at practice yesterday. He had his game face on. He's ready for the playoffs, right, Mr. Wexell?
It's a 3-day holiday football weekend, George, isn't it?
Except for one thing that irks me.
Oh, no.
And that is what I feel may be the best game of the weekend is on Prime Video.
I don't know which one that is.
Packers-Bears.
Okay, well, I'm sorry for you,
and I'm
George.
not going to spend extra money. I spend enough money on my TV stuff already. That's just NFL greed as far as I'm concerned.
Well, George, I have deleted cable, and I buy the packages, and I have deleted Amazon Prime myself. But I really am not going to care about the Packers-Bears.
You being a Bears guy.
I was a Bears guy up until, Ditka got fired. I was, I watched Jack Concannon and Bobby Douglas and Bob Avellini all the way up through when Jim McMahon got hurt. There was Steve Fuller and a young baby-faced Mike Tomczak, who eventually led the Steelers past the...
well, see, I'm a little bit older with the Bears. I go back to Billy Wade.
Yeah, well, Rudy Bukic and all
Rudy the Rifle.
Boys.
Yeah, Rudy the Rifle Bukic.
He was a Steeler, though.
He was a Steeler for a while, and of course, nobody ever had the first two picks in the draft in, I think it was 65. Butkus and Sayers. I mean, my God.
Yeah. Well, the Steelers traded them the pick for Butkus.
They did, yeah.
So
anyway,
the Steelers in the same weekend passed on Paul Warfield for Paul Martha at the same position. Traded a pick for Dick Butkus, and then traded their 100 receptions. Didn't Buddy Dial have 100 receptions one year?
Buddy Dial was traded to
him
the Dallas
for a guy
Cowboys.
Who signed with the AFL.
The guy who signed with the AFL was Scott Appleton, the tackle out of the University of Texas,
so they
wound up getting nothing for one of the best receivers in football.
Well, you wonder why they ended up with Chuck Noll, Dan Rooney, and Bill Nunn running the show in a few years, right?
Exactly. So anyway, before we get into this too deep, I do want to thank you again. What a nice Christmas gift I got right before Christmas when I received a copy of you and Craig Wolfley's book, If These Walls Could Talk. I got a review copy, and I thoroughly enjoyed the book, and I thank you for sending me the review copy, and I want to remind fans about that. That book is out there right now, and it is a great read.
If These Walls Could Talk by Craig Wolfley, edited by me. The book was due March 10th. The manuscript was due the day Craig died.
Wow.
And he did all the work. He did all the writing. This was no ghost writer for an athlete. That's what they hired me to do, ghost write for the athlete, Jim. I said, well, I know an athlete who can write. So we signed Craig on, and unfortunately he passed. He did not get to see all the acclaim over his book. His widow, Faith, is pushing very well. She's into the marketing scene. She's on TV, Pittsburgh Today. She was on. That was fantastic. She's fantastic with this. So I'm really happy for the Wolfley family because they all banded together. We included Ron Wolfley, the son Kyle Wolfley, C.J. Wolfley did a bunch of work, and of course Faith.
Right.
And the entire Wolfley family has been behind it and supported it.
Ronnie Wolfley was one of my go-to interviews when I was covering the West Virginia Mountaineers when he played fullback for Don Nehlen. Good
And
guy.
so he saw you coming and figured, I got to get out. I got to go to Arizona or something. Right?
Nah, he was my guy. He was my guy. Yeah, but anyway, it's a great read, and I want to remind folks about that. I can just imagine how many times did Wolf look at you and say, "Come on, Chaluch, we got to get this book out."
No, I was doing that. He was sending me emails. I didn't know, he had attachments. Here's some stuff. I didn't know each attachment had like 15 chapters. So the end of the season, I said, come on, Chaluch, let's get to work. He said, did you get all those emails? I went and looked. I said, man, this is all here. It's my turn to work. So I went to work. He got sick, and he passed 20 days after the diagnosis.
Yeah,
and
it was so sudden. Yeah, it really was. In any case, we're looking at.
He would like this football team, George. He would like this football team.
Well, I think he'd like some of these offensive linemen,
especially the way they're playing.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I talk to one each week, and very quietly, what a nice season he has had, especially when consider this is really his rookie year since he missed all of last year with a knee injury. Troy Faltano has played very well.
He has. Yeah. I don't know what to add. I'm not Wolfley. I don't know offensive line play. I just know that his name does not come up very often. I know the right side was collapsed on Kenneth Gainwell's sweep right, and I know Fautano had a lot to do with that. And his sack rate percentage is very high, and it's a good time because the sack percentage of the guy he's facing is pretty high too.
Anderson,
so that's going to be a great matchup over there, Anderson and Fautano.
Well, he's looking forward to it, and I said, well, you're going to have your hands full. He says, I know, but that's why you play the game, which is a good answer. So in any case, that's going to be one of the keys. The two edge rushers for the Texans are very good.
Yeah, we're going to find out a little more about Dylan Cook, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Yeah. I'm surprised that I did not know that much about him. He's held up very well. Knock on wood.
Oh, I'm not surprised that you didn't know anything about him. I'm just never ceases to surprise me, George. I'm kidding. Yeah, Dylan Cook was a quarterback in Montana.
Yep.
What was he? Montana State when he?
I'm not sure. Was he a Grizzly?
I think he went to Montana State.
He wasn't a Grizzly.
Bozeman kid.
He wasn't a Grizzly. He was a Bobcat. Montana State.
Does that mean Montana State?
Yep, Montana State Bobcats. Okay. University of Montana is the Grizzlies. And you didn't know that, did you?
No, Ohio U is the only Bobcat I know. Right. That's my baby's school. So,
right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
let me do a little Bobcat thing here. Ohio U's soccer coach, my daughter's soccer coach, is named Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
And he looks just like him. And we used to comment on that when Rodgers was not known well in Pittsburgh. He was in Green Bay. And I finally went up there and Rodgers, quarterback Aaron Rodgers, I said, hey, are you aware of a soccer coach at Ohio U named Aaron Rodgers? He goes, how does he spell his name? I said, same as yours. I said, here's what he looks like. And he looks just like him. And Aaron goes, wow, I'm going to have to Google this dude tonight.
It's funny, the banter and the side play with Rodgers, he has really fit in well with this locker room. When I talk to guys in the locker room, they have faith in him. He's taken the time. You know what amazes me about him? If you watch him walk around the facility, the people from the training room or the kitchen staff or the janitor, he knows everybody's name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He took the time
when he gives shout outs.
Yeah.
When he gives shout outs about Green Bay, he'll include the assistant equipment manager, things like that, right?
Yeah.
Everybody expects him to big time all of us and impress him with some names, and he's like, and Derek, the assistant equipment guy, used to help me with the chin straps all the time,
But he took the time, and that may seem like such a small thing, but it's really a big thing. The people in that facility really have gotten to like Aaron an awful lot.
Well, George, it's not going to matter to the fans out there unless he big times us on the field here Monday night. And to that end, he got DK Metcalf back, and he was talking about how they had a walk through the other day. He goes, it was a jog through, but not for me and DK. DK doesn't know, only knows one speed, and I'm grateful for that because we had a great practice today, and it's great to have him back. Aaron Rodgers was just unbelievable. He's full of gratitude. He did not have any snarky remarks. He just got one dig in at the Jets. Like he said, what I love about this team and this season and this organization is there are no leaky boats like the last place I was at. Leaky boats meaning there's always drama getting leaked out into the papers about little backbiting stuff that you get snagged up in, and just fan related drama that beats on a team, especially when the reporters continue to beat on these little backbiting things. I don't know. I think he's really enjoying himself. He's also, with all of his experience, he knows how to compliment the assistant equipment manager. He knows how to bring a team together. He knows what not to say to the media. He just, all this experience is pulling together for him, and he's really hoping to go out on a high note because the last quarter of his 42-year-old season was the best quarter of his season. The 130 passer rating in the fourth quarter against the Ravens was his best single quarter of the season. So he's playing his best ball. You saw him run 20 yards.
Yeah.
He didn't look like a 42-year-old man, did he?
Well, I don't think you and I could run that like that.
I couldn't run like that at 24. But he also has the longest pass this year. He had the longest air yards that Next Gen has tracked, Next Gen stats, the longest air yardage of any single pass since 2017. That Hail Mary he threw against the Bengals that went 70 yards in the air. So
there's nothing wrong with his arm. No.
My man has a rocket. My man can sprint 20 yards. My man can read the defenses. So it's very exciting. Monday Night Football is very exciting this week.
Let's look at the matchup. The Texans' defense, they're known for their defense, two outstanding edge rushers. I saw a stat that was really confusing, and I guess you can get confused by stats if you get into stats. They have the best pass defense in the NFL against wide receivers on short yardage passes. But they have one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL against running backs. That is strange.
It is strange. They also, I understand, have a poor statistics against deep passing.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Yeah. So, DK hit him deep, and at least keep him occupied deep, open the middle of the field for Freiermuth, because I like to believe that those two games DK missed were a blessing in disguise for a Steelers team that if they didn't find another weapon, we all want to hear about the tight ends, I know, and the running backs, and they did utilize them better. But they had to find another weapon, something, if they're going to make any noise in the playoffs. And with DK missing 2 games, that forced them to find other ways. I'm not sure anyone really emerged. I do think Adam Thielen is the guy they believe benefited most from all the work.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of work, and he needed it because he just came here, 6 weeks ago. He was at Minnesota, a wide receiver rich team. He's 36, 35, so he's at the end. But he felt he had something left, and he asked them to waive him. And he got waived, and Aaron Rodgers chimed in. I like this guy. I've worked out with him several times. I know him well. Let's go. And they picked him up, and then they were forced to work hard and in practice and on the field, along with MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. But I think Thielen is the one who emerged, who could be their valuable number 2 receiver, convert all the 3rd and 6s.
Well, he certainly made a tremendous catch late in the game against, and he didn't tip it. They were talking about that. If you watch that play, he didn't give an indication the ball was coming until the very last minute. The defensive back had no idea the ball was that close,
And so Calvin Austin came back too. So you think they have three receivers. You would hope they have three receivers forced to do that, go through that process without Metcalf. Now Metcalf's back. He can occupy the free safety. The middle field opens up a little more. Freiermuth, they went to him. The running backs, you say the Houston Texans can't cover running backs. Well, they got a couple that can catch the ball.
Yeah,
So
I think we're going to see
a little hope against a great defense.
It does, and I think they can play. I think Faltano said it best. He said we need to keep doing what we're doing and keep him clean, and that's going to be tough. But boy, he gets rid of the ball so quick. What about the other side of the ball? The defense is healthy. Gap integrity. Peyton Wilson, who was filling in for TJ because I wasn't allowed to have TJ yesterday because he was with the national media, talked about that. He said, since we have gotten better with our gap integrity, our defense has improved dramatically. He said that is a key. Our gap integrity is a key, and we've played better since we've done that. The defense has played a little bit better.
Yeah, a lot better. Absolutely.
Except for I couldn't figure out why Zay Flowers was running free like that.
Well, they were focused on a run. They had not one Hall of Famer back there, but an MVP guy back there who could run a little bit too.
Yeah.
So, they gave up 41 yards in the first play and were determined. But I still think Jalen Ramsey can play better. I'm sure he saw that pass that Isaiah Likely snared right in front of him. I'm sure he saw that in his sleep all week. Jalen's capable of making more and better plays, and so that's still to come. I believe that's still to come. And last week was embarrassing enough for him because I understand Duggar was responsible for a couple of those big plays too, but I know Jalen's a ball player. He could break up that. He could have broken up that pass to Likely that set up the missed field goal, the doomed missed field goal.
Right.
But Jalen, I think he's got some plays in him that he hasn't used yet, and it's time.
Well, last week on the show, almost everybody I talked to was favoring the Ravens. They didn't think the Steelers are going to win. I didn't feel that way. I thought the Steelers are going to win, so I was an outsider in that regard. This week, I like the Steelers' chances. I really do. What are your keys, and let's break it down from that standpoint, keys for the Steelers to win this game against Houston?
Jalen Ramsey making plays. Joey Porter not getting too many DPIs while shadowing Nico Collins. A perfect fit for Joey. Don't get overconfident with Woody Marks' plotting film and statistics. He breaks tackles. He's one of the higher ranked statistically at breaking tackles. Offensively, of course, block those pass rushers, the two, and Thielen has to emerge. Freiermuth. And they're going to have to use a lot of their jumbo tackles, 3 tackle packages, because they won't have the tight end, Darnell Washington, to help block those pass rushers. So, I don't know how they're going to do that. They're going to need a big play, maybe something on special teams. Yeah, the basic stuff. Hold on to the ball, crowd revved up, Monday night home dogs. Aaron Rodgers playing like he did in the fourth quarter against the Ravens. And DK not getting too in his head over these last 2 weeks over just a disaster, a debacle, an embarrassing debacle on his behalf. He's lucky that field goal missed. Now he is alive. Right. And I just hope he's not too revved up to make up for that. Because, he drops a pass early, then he's in his head. I don't want to call him a head case. And he's not the huge mistake waiting to happen that George Pickens was and is still. But he's a debacle waiting to happen in the other way. He's just too intense.
Right.
So he has to go in a little lighter, and he'll still keep his 100% competitiveness. You just got to be a little free and just make the plays, and they could be really big ones. He's caught 5 receiving touchdowns in wild card round games. He does well. He's like second in NFL history in wild card game touchdowns. Strange stat. Rodgers is up there too in his statistics in wild card games. So I don't know. It all looks good from my point of view. It looks like a great spot for the Steelers.
I agree with you, and I'm looking forward. In fact, I'm looking forward to most of the weekend. We've got some intriguing matchups, so I'll be camped out in front of the TV set watching football. Jim, as always, I appreciate your time coming on with me. Give the website a plug and give the book a plug again before I let you go.
If These Walls Could Talk, Craig Wolfley, great book. Everybody's loving it. So, just look on Facebook and the Wolfley page. You'll see all kind of rave reviews about it.
And
you get it at Amazon or Barnes & Noble, all the places, all the usual spots.
And your website is Steel City Insider.
SteelCityInsider.com, yeah.
That's right. Listen, thank you very much, my friend. Looking forward to seeing you again down the road here. And thanks again for coming on with me.
Sure, George. Take care, buddy.
All right, take care. Jim Wexell, some great insider talk about the Steelers and the Houston Texans on Monday night. We'll wrap things up here on the Sports Line right after this timeout.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Get ready to make your new year a winner with Live Casino's $100,000 cash blowout drawing. Earn entries daily starting January 1st and join our action-packed drawings on January 30th and 31st. You could start your year off with a share of $100,000 in cash and free play prizes. How's that for a happy new year? Come rake it in at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for a fireplace? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in fireplaces of all fuel types, such as gas, wood, pellet, and electric. We're now featuring Harmon pellet stoves from Forge and Flame, perfect for keeping your family warm and cozy. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to start planning for the winter season. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
Trust, it's the place I go. Home, warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Planning on some home improvement projects in 2026? Stop in Home Warehouse on Connellsville Street, again voted a Best in Fayette place for windows and home improvements for the past 3 years. Home Warehouse is your one-stop shop for all your home exterior needs. There are beautiful windows, doors, and storm doors that will update your home, keep out drafts, and save on energy, plus roofing shingles, metal and commercial rubber roofing, siding, soffit and fascia, railing, as well as flooring, home and gun safes, and dog food too. So for great prices and hometown service, stop in and see Sandy and Donnie at Home Warehouse. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30, Saturday 8 to 12 noon.
Home, warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
It's a new day at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, and we're bringing a new level of quality healthcare to our community. From primary care to specialty services, our team has always put patients first. And now, thanks to our merger with WVU Medicine, our commitment to patient-centered care has grown even stronger. With new resources, a growing staff, and advanced technology, our team is here to provide you with top-quality care when it matters most. Discover the new Uniontown Hospital and see how we've grown.
Casey Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They could also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
This is Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Famer Coach Dick LeBeau. You're listening to the Sportsline with George Von Benko on WMBS.
My man, Coach LeBeau. We are at the end of this edition of the Sportsline. Hope you enjoyed the interviews with Troy Faltano and Peyton Wilson from the Steelers, and some great insider knowledge coming from Jim Wexell from SteelCityInsiders.com. Wild Card Weekend in the NFL. Recapping once again for folks. It starts at 4:30 today. LA Rams at the Carolina Panthers. That game will be on Fox. Then tonight, disappointing, the game is on Prime, which means I can't watch it. Green Bay at Chicago. Sunday, Buffalo at Jacksonville on CBS at 1 p.m. Then on Sunday at 4:30, San Francisco at Philadelphia on Fox. And then on NBC at 8 p.m., the LA Chargers at the New England Patriots. And, of course, Monday night, it will be the Houston Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers for Monday Night Football. So that puts a capper on this edition of the Sportsline. Stick around. Do not touch that dial. An abbreviated edition of Arnie Amber and Oldies Unlimited is coming up next, and Arnie will play some great music for you, leading you up to Pitt basketball, the pregame show at 1:30, the tip-off at 2 p.m. for Pitt and Syracuse at the Peterson Event Center. The Sportsline has been brought to you this morning by my good friend Tom Vernon and Casey Sports Cafe, located right here on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown, Firestone Insurance Agency in Normalville, and by Bogies at Duck Hollow, now under news management, serving lunches and dinners Monday through Saturday from 12 to 9, Sunday from 12 to 5. Phone 724-439-2150, located at 374 Duck Hollow Road in Uniontown. George Von Benko saying so long. The news is next from the CBS Radio Network on 590 AM and 101.1 FM. WMBS, Uniontown, Pennsylvania.